Okay. You should be able to hear me now. Hopefully. If not, it's a problem. Good, good. Hello, and welcome to I Love You, Colonel Sanders. A finger licking good dating simulator. I'm your host, Dr. Terror. Hello! So, let's try this nonsense. Before we get started, tell us your name. My name. Yeah! It's gonna be great. It's gonna be hype. I hope it's just you. Thank you for the host, Hammer. Is anybody else getting buffer? Let me know. I'm not dropping any frames, but that doesn't mean anything to me. That's good. And yes, you are the hype. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in this moment forever. Or you could wake up now! Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up and at them. Throw the clock at the window and stay in bed for... Yep! You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Game over. Already? You might not be cut out for this. I think I won. Good game, everybody. I enjoyed myself. I hope you all enjoyed it, too. Maybe we can try a different path some other time. But I think this about covers about all I can do right here. Let's try that again. You ein! I see V got very German in her exclamation. When you said now, you somehow triggered Hammer's Terminator voice. My bad. Alright, we read this. Smack that clock up and at them. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Man, at least it lets you know what you're getting into. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. You allow yourself... You need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to danger a bit, thinking about the future. Yeah! It's here, finally, your first day of college. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities. When you realize you're running late, you grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Okay, maybe it's fine now. I hope so. Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry. In fact, you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Biscuit. How's it going, CJ? Good to have you here. It's also good to have Hammer here, Riddy here, and V here, of course. Morning, Tear. Oh, your dreams. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What's the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm not good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Thank you for shouting out, CJ. Thank you for shouting out, V. They're both fantastic streamers, and if you don't follow them already, what are you doing? Come on now. Come on, son. Give them a follow. They're both wonderful people. This game is finger looking good. That's what I've been told. Hey gamers, how's it going? Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for learning its famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped the tooth practicing on mannequin. The dialogue in this game was written down in a chicken journal. Checks out. Should you pep talk her or change the subject and give her some relief? Change the subject to school, pep talk your best friend, because that's what I would do. It's going. Work on a 3D model, or quite a few in one. Oh, best wishes. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller had our tarot cards read? The lady with a mask gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I can call my own. I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. Hey, to talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, well, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Aishley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but feel the jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hey, Aishley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave terrier dreams with the shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. You can't stand Ashley. But even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to it to make her feel better than anyone else. Than everyone. If everyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Ahem. Van? You rang? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs can learn a lot from us. This art is making me chuckle, as it should. I'm already confused. Confused or hopelessly engaged. Interesting shirt indeed. Thank you for shouting out Cupcakes. I appreciate it. She is a Sims streamer and a Town of Salem streamer and just an excellent person all around. Check her out if you don't already. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psst, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. It's like a dicky, but dickier. That's true. Which dock is for the win? I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was here for my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Terry Your Dreams. Are you going to make me hold the door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks to the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander and keep themselves busy, chit-chatting. He looks nothing like Goofy. Come on, Gabe. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? He must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof! What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. These graphics are better than mid. True. Is this a corgi professor? Yup. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. Best wishes with multitasking. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then, he walks in. You're immediately swept in the aura of the new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. Maybe we should open the window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Is that the man, the myth, the legend, the best around, the greatest of all time, named the Sanders? Probably. Besides, when Terra of Your Dreams sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy howdy, the classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fire. Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Stop it. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you? About how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Well, I'll take the handkerchief. It's only right. You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful you hesitate to press it on your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has its natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and get some ground rules, and set some ground rules. Sanders is hammering and decides, oh my. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in broom cooking arena. Just then another student in his classroom interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Yeah, guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? I'm related to this sweaty because I sweat a lot when playing games, but do you sweat a lot when me and the Colonel? And having him hand you a handkerchief? I know I was kind of sweating there too. I'm trying to make dinner and Colton has a cold, so I don't think he's I'm sorry that he has a cold. I hope he feels better soon. Hope nobody else catches a cold as well. I hope dinner turns out okay. Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in the school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Is he mooning him? I think he's mooning him. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Bzz. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles waits in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. If the Colonel offered me a mashed potato bowl, I would be into that. That's fair. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Man, he knows me so well. He never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Can't expel him if you don't know his name. You decided to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Beef treat? Rubber ball? Chicken snack? Probably a chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Right? Settle down, young chefs, take your seats, and prepare to have your minds open to amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Terry James, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me if you're interested. 2 good options, but which will you choose? Up to y'all. Do I sit next to my best friend or do I sit by the Colonel? Leaving it up to you. We've got 1 vote for the Colonel. Can't shun the best friend. That's 1 vote for the best friend. Best friend, best friend. Looks like the best friend went out. Won out. You need to take your seat by Miriam. KFC Georgia Gold Chicken is the bomb. I have never had it, so I don't know. I'll take your word for it. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel. Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat over right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get the chance to talk to him later in the semester. We've got 3 whole days. It's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Mary mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. I really wish that the text or the text box was a different color than the pedestal. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right. Force is a tree, as chicken is too. Well, I mean, feather, I guess. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork. Kind of tempted to pick that. I guess spork. Someone thought Colonel Sanders should be the object of the game's affections, and it makes me laugh. Well, that's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat. A pancake that looks like a silly face. I guess the first one? I'm between the first and the third. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the first one. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. He's a talking dog teases at culinary school. He is the best boy. Yes. That is wrong. He's nothing but the best. Nah. 4 out of 5. Only one wrong, not too shabby. You might just do alright, kid. I didn't want to butter him up. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Camel meat was the answer. I blew it. A delicious fragrance, if he does say so himself. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be a lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just want to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch. She said shh. In honor of a new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. A smelly smell that smells smelly. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders has a large bucket above his head. It lifts a large bucket above his head. I seem like a calendar kind of guy? Well, it makes sense. It all makes sense. I take my lumps and I'm quite fond of Wednesdays. So it's all good. Camel meat fits me well, I guess. Colonel, I always eat my food out of buckets like a horse. Well, yeah. It's the best way. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are a huge piece of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has lifted a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as you say, stop thinking and start eating. Been there. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Don't worry, I got it. We're good. Tell me, Colonel. But that's all I'll say about that. Oh, Colonel. Wish I didn't throw my notebook. Pardon me. What? You think we want your... I threw my notebook in disappointment because the Colonel wasn't telling me his secret recipe. And now it's too far. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just, drafting the last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him! He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, I was just writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. The 11 herbs and spices are all camel meat. Just from different kinds of camel. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides close to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. That skank. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man. If you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. Why is... Okay. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Of course it does. Along with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on the moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. I think I'll savor the moment. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Along with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? I think they're the same. After tasting this food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time. As I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. What is that, staff? It looks like something that you need as a prop at all times, CJ. Being a chicken journal. You need your chicken staff. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You got me. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use white blocks. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. White blocks? Wow! You never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd put some if you searched. The chicken sticking, unclucking believable. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Ready. Language. See, I wasn't sure what was going to go on with this game, so I couldn't even put family friendly. I just couldn't do it. Sometimes I have to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure out now is the perfect time to show your personality to him. Neg him to show you your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I gotta be modest and thoughtful. Well, I just want to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you got his attention. The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Terrible Dreams. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step inside the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they need. KFC made an X-rated game. I want to make a joke, but I feel like it might be in poor taste. Look at this place. This is magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we gotta show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? Pepper is an ingredient confirmed. Oh, let me just write that in my note. No! I lost it. I lost my notebook, so now I cannot write down 1 out of the 11 herbs and spices. You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans. You're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. In poor taste? Perfect for KFC. Ooh. Shots fired. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Marion looks over you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Natural for me. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you. If that wasn't clear. Want to be a partner? Sure, Terry, your dreams. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Marion was left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep, bop, bzz. Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you have to pick 4. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Marion's partner? Pop or Clank? I ask my stream humbly again. White clay and camel meat confirmed. Yep, all sorts of good stuff. I'm leaning toward 1. He's like Tech in the sense that he's a living robot. If no nobody else has input, I will vote for Clank or Metaton. Alright, going with Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Marion will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school is, even at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Oh yeah! Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. What dish do you want to suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, but you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Heck yeah. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are really getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off of my man. Potato. Not octopus. Use octopus and blow his mind. Dancing koala. Did someone call for me? No, geez, Van, when I'm over here crushing Tara, your dreams, they're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arm full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them in the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Howdy there, Ashley. Van, are we working to a quartet instead of a duet now? Working in a quartet? Actually, no. It looks like Terrio Dreams was struggling, so we offered to give him a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Huh, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Hey, it's not just Van. Remember, it's Van the Man. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Hey, Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, Hunko Hunks, and your time you need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, always has your back. I'm gonna look for Miriam, because she's my forever bestie. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving you in the dust. Oh boy, I don't know how to say that. leaving you in the dust. Vis-a-vis. I have no idea. Vis-a-vis? My skills as a chef, perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you're sorely mistaken. Man, you're a loyal friend, but Terrier Dream is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might stop in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with, I'm falling in my after-dinner coma, someone slap me please. I don't want to slap you. With plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the stuffs you knew so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extended his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering the nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds out a spork to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. This feels like a game that C wrote. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. Just the pointless romance. Lovingly taps CJ's cheek. Aww. Welcome for try. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil of the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see A. Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right in A. Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Terrier Dreams. We do not waste foods in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'll both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potato face? Banner rushes back over a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes and gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes I prepared a full meal, gazed upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. I mean for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed, and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment. Then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. I was hoping there wouldn't be tentacles in the game, yet here we are. Oopsies. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poison of all kind. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken out by a really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building's taking on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. It was a very specific hope. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skill. I didn't realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. That poor dead kid. Yeah, well, you know, he probably had it coming. Hey, A-Rox, how's it going? Yes, I hope you have a good night and pleasant dreams when you do fall asleep. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. And hope you feel better, hope you have pleasant dreams, and I hope you have a fantastic tomorrow. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Yup. Colonel Sanders? Yes, dare your dreams. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you. Shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are you forgetting about your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was its name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. This pork monster is here to fight a hero. Okay. Maybe transferring weakness to me. Going good. How are you? I'm doing alright. Glad you're doing good. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? If he's running on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You said go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening. This is not happening." Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utila Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Try to go on the attack. Cook with Love. I was terrified of some of these games. I never even heard of half of them before he plays them. I'm talented, I guess. Spork Monster says, oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power punch. Pinch. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough To realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The sport monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name seemed to have been signed out as Borko. Reign of Terry. Yep. I would love to see him play that Untitled Goose Game. It would be very entertaining. I know my brother got it, or at least somebody bought it on one of my Switch accounts. So maybe someday I will. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that the final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. That's normal. That happens all the time for me. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have enough strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love dreams are weird. Normal. Totally normal. You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? It screams me a game of terror, but I mean that as a compliment, of course. I mean, I wouldn't take it as an insult. And then there was a secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about that encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be like Clank. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We had to talk after class, and he's actually still a sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Do you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and also convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. He didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Instructing your love. Like. At the time I'm heckling. Oh yeah, that's no problem. I appreciate the clarification, but no worries. I gotcha. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Haha, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea how you might prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why didn't he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Ma'am checks in to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. Then he gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Marion, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet you would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'll be much use to anyone. Fibber. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I don't like the idea of lying to my bestie, but I also don't like the idea of sharing a secret with somebody else. Guess I'm making up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt! Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school, of course, on a horse. Run to him! You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up on the back of his stallion and he'll ride away together. That'll show we're good! Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Normal. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Terry Dreams, I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It's important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so no, it's serious. It's very lagging. Refresh hype. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you are great. You're good at... Well, I appreciate you thinking so. I've been trapped in a well and beyond, but the great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before I continue, you suddenly awake. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. John Travolta is the dead student. You wait to find Colonel Sanders sending to you. That's Miriam. Oh, there's Colonel. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of his horseshoes. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running after animals you don't know. It's hard to say who's in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I can really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing in my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. With that, Colonel Sanders disappears from school, leaving you and Marion to follow. Beetlejuice. The dead student is Adele Dazum. When you enter the classroom, you see your 2 rivals, A. Ashley and Van are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning the devil bad? You try and get a peek over Van's hulking shoulder. Wow, that Colonel is so materialistic. Yeah, he is. But he sees it coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell him to stop acting mature. Act like you're not interested in him, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but your back turned to them. You even hear Van mutter something that sounds like a bit like a magic spell. However, you notice you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ain't you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night. In the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who has the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are sacred. I don't really like the Colonel say. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing here. Before we can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. I'm a Jeep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to them. He didn't do anything. Bzzzt, wow. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Need water. What'd you do on Friday night, Tara? Oh, well, I played the KFC dating simulator. I love you, Colonel Sanders. That's what I did. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's Professor, but he's also a dog. Sprinkles is my favorite character. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Somebody has him in a trance. There's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy. Down. Off topping. The command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. What else did you plan on Friday? Either that's a misspelling, or that's too clever for my mind to even understand. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to this lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1775, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, tear all your dreams. Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit? Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles, an example of his own culinary talent. Perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites you onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster? Borko? What are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, whoever you are, wherever you are. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy... You must... You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Oh. Oops. Who does everyone Friday or Friday? So much darkness in them. Yeah, I know. It's a pretty edgy game. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure I'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. 10 out of 10 coffee. Thank you. Today's lunch will be prepared. Be a time competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool! Good one, Van. I like your gumption, terror of your dreams. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, which I accidentally gave Colonel Sanders Sprinkle's voice. Whatever. Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Find a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then a huge light blast in your face, flashing the words, "Time already!" That's what I'm talking about. Oh. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was found under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. At the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? It always boils one thing. That's right, but how would you have gotten into school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say to use? 11. That's right, you may not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now you got some basic stuff going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavors? Oh, God. Trust. That's wrong. Okay. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster. You better pick up the pace or you're going to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a good time to notice energy. So where does it come from? A small town where dreams this would be around deep beneath the surface. Dang it, I couldn't click. This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Next question. So try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Sizzling? Oh, well, how am I supposed to know these things? Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Game over. Oh, okay. Well, golly, I hope I start from the very beginning of the game. See, the thing is, I don't know where I would pick up this information. At least I can look at horse books and Nancy Drew. Do 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 do. Okay, we read all this. Okay. Vigilance? Okay, well, I guess it's the bottom one. That's right, this is your shot. You're not gonna miss it. Oh! You try to shot the misery in the focus. What is the sound of success? Silence? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they'll be taken to it, so they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, terror of your dreams. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all I can think about is Colonel Sanders. Normal. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to, what were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. You were stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. What did you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you focus on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. What does that do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof! You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilizing kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Tear Your Dreams does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. You hear everybody talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Tear your drink dough! Well, you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. Touching all that dough. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Ah, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Tear Your Dreams injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you'd at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to this app. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. Hey Shannon, how's it going? Good to see you. I was gonna ask Tear Your Dreams to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Thank you for shouting out Shannon. She is a wonderful streamer who has done stuff like Don't Starve Together and Plants vs. Zombies, and I think she did some entitled Goose Game, if I'm remembering correctly. And, well, she's just a wonderful person with an exceptional stream. And you should definitely check her out if you don't already. Thanks for being here, Shannon. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette. Atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? I know the rules say no self-promotion. But I'm promoting you, not you. That looked beautiful. It did. I would have eaten it. Oh, yeah. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, he actually leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Thank you for shouting out Shannon another time. She deserves it. For listening to the rules. Internalize the rage, I feel. Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy, fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. I thought it was a waffle, too. How you doing tonight, Shannon? And how are you doing, Riddy and CJ? I think I totally neglected to ask how everybody was doing. Because I was so wrapped up in the Colonel. I do see your cute little badge. The good luck, have fun badge, pledge badge or whatever. To make sure you're all inclusive with the badge and everything. Inclusive of all peoples and all types and all games and all that kind of stuff. Or something close to that. I might not have the exact wording down. Or even the exact idea down. I have heard of it. I just might have forgotten what exactly it was. Not take games too seriously. And hurt other people when you're playing them. Maybe that. I don't remember. I don't really take games seriously, but I understand the meaning behind it, and it's a good pledge. I'm sorry you're having a terrible day, but I'm glad you'll be okay. It's probably because I'm here playing the Colonel Sanders dating sim. That's the reason. Got the gist. Well, that's good. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. I miss Storm. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from the run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine, can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser, I'm not fit to fill your fryer, I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. You think I've never failed in anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. It sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something no amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure has to be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as the moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the spork monster. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but
I just want to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Porco. I'm glad there are no bad, hard feelings. Honest, Colonel, I don't care. Dang. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're struggling. The cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always this Pokemon, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever. I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magical spell book cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed.
A magic spell book?
Precisely. I procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I lost it, and if you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Terror dreams. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you lead such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago I made a decision: never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. He does have a hideaway, and it is weird. Oh yeah, time to get funky, chicken. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with. Trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy? Both, perhaps? I'm glad you officially hate him. Now that you've got him right where you want him, should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? What should I do? Should I reveal my secret recipe? Or should I keep it a secret? He's hoping to hide away from other things in there. Keep it a secret? That's one full secret. CJ? Shannon? Input? I like the music, though, to be honest. Things are getting spicy. X11 times 11. I am the ultimate final spice in his recipe. Secret? Then we shall keep it a secret. Actually, I said too much. Please forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to get act demure, but his facade begins to crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many, nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you will learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret with me yesterday, so it'd be only fair. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Yes, about that. You see... Yes, Colonel? I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake. Oh no, the agreement you shared with Miriam wasn't... Well, yeah, we lied to Miriam, remember? You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact you revealed his secret... No, I didn't reveal his secret. I lied to Miriam. I straight up... I told her it was Eye of Newt. You mean it wasn't one of the real 11 herbs and spices? You see, we only just met, and I had to make sure you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. Well, I had something to confess. That ingredient you told me, I shared it with Miriam, my bestie. Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed, but now that you've come clean, we can start building our relationship as fellow chefs again. I promise to be honest from here on out. I was honest. I'm counting on you. I guess the game was expecting everybody just to lie or tell their best friend everything. In that case, I present to you my original coleslaw. It is bull. I'm very disappointed in this free game. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down the creamy slaw until a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. Realizing that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room, various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Do I have to? You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clip to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of Student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and Ghost of Student swept out with a breeze. Well, that was nice of me. My character's a jerk. My character's a colonel. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of this comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Tap on an item to discover more about the colonel. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? Summer of 69! No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... bigger white rectangle! Tap on it and discover more about the Colonel. I want to know about these stairs and this banister. Take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ash of all my past careers and business failures." Wow. Poor guy. I don't feel bad for him. He is so overly dramatic. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. I don't see that. I see two guys standing in front of something that says Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're not cheersing anything, they're just standing there. Look close and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Ah, camel meat. We're back to this. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except there's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Sand. Sand is one of his secret herbs and spice. Is. An adorable little baby boy sprawls across the floor from the game extra book. Yeah, it is. They probably didn't expect anybody to play this far. Adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and mustache combo and he sports. You figure that it must be Colonel Sanders himself. Yep, that's what babies look like. That or maybe it's a drumstick that seems to be... That or maybe it's a drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company that they founded. Am I right? That and I have discovered more about the Colonel. This must be where it keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on it and discover more about the Colonel. What more can I discover? I don't see anything else I can click on. I don't know what else I can click on.
I'm hopelessly lost.
Is the chicken bucket? Is that the item I'm supposed to look at? That's how you kill her, Colonel. I'm lost as to what to do. Actual boat. It might be. I can't click ahead. This bucket doesn't seem to do anything. Can I click escape? No, I cannot. Kentucky unfried salmonella. Alright. I'm gonna expand the game box and see if that will actually do anything. It might be the end. So pardon me if it gets all messed up. I can't go to the menu. I should have fixed it, yo. That doesn't work, and this doesn't work, and... So I can't do anything. This might be it. Especially since I never saved. Oh, this game got 1 million positive reviews, which I read, but it's broken and mistaken. I don't know. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to close out the game window and open it again and hope it like auto saves at parts, because if not, well, that's unfortunate. So that's what I'm gonna do. Where you at, Steam? We're trying it again. I don't like your chicken, Colonel. This game has taught me to not appreciate Colonel Sanders and his chicken. Thanks, Gabe. Oops. Where's the Proudly? Oh, you can watch the opening, I guess. Have a good night, A-Rocks. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And then it just resizes again. So we'll fix that again. Load game. A 7th byte. Well, let's try clicking continue, see what happens. Apparently I got pretty far. So at least it has an autosave. So that's good. Oh, jeez. Okay. Am I supposed to just click that? Well, I still can't. I kind of want to click on the load the 7th game, the 7th byte, but whatever. Let's click this one. I need if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are we supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly finding out challenges from know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Terror Dreams, you should have it. It'll give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down, and a tartlet for dessert. It only takes about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. This thing's reached boiling point. Sprinkle steps in surely, but a stop to this madness. Now it's going to be the same. Pardon me. It's a battle you want. It's a battle you get. My best can handle the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and that's how I chanced to shine. I'll defeat you myself. Okay. Okay. That's right, you must never take the opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. That's been serene of you, but A. Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. Better peek at the base once well. That's right, this is your shot, you're not gonna miss it. Fast forward hype. I'm trying my best. Oh, solids playing don't start together. You try to shut up the noise of the rain out focusing on cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right, when they taste cooking, you'll be taking no screen of centers at the corner of your eye. Believe in you, tell your dreams. It actually turn you on. What are you thinking? Get your mind back at the competition. Okay, now I can just click fast forward a bunch. This is great. Reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes it back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. Game over. Oh, okay. Oh god, I hope I don't do the cooking thing again. That's unfortunate. I apologize for the problems with this game. But I want to beat it. Of course. Well, I'll make it shorter this time. I just want to try different things. Gratitude. That one. Silence. What a hunk. Alright. Yay! I'm the proest. Speed running hype. I should speedrun V's game. Internally, there's a rage I feel. It's the smoke monster. Ah! What a pal. Finally. You know, I might as well just tell him my secret recipe. Might as well reveal it, because, you know, decide you're ready to share your original cooking with family, but you can talk yourself out of it. You decide to dive in head first. Reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Boo, not Kurgan. I appreciate y'all sticking it out with me as I try to just finish this game in one sitting. The game itself makes it difficult. You have to make a moment. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable back at this moment. You realize it's been for time snooping. Blah blah blah. Alright, don't care. Don't care. But I don't want to hear about more of the Colonel. Did I miss something then? Because it's doing the same thing. You know, I'm just gonna look it up to see if there's something I'm missing. So how's it going? Tell me if you see anything while I'm doing this. Alright, well, I'm not figuring anything out. And then there's the resolution. I had the same problem. I had to close the game and reset the start menu. From there, uncheck the full screen option. Change to prioritize speed. This window is too big. There's a door on the right side that should be clickable after checking out at least 3 items. Oh, okay. Well, let me make a big screen again then. Alright, well, it's gonna look awful on the stream itself. So please pardon me when that happens. You should just be able to change it here, but apparently you can't. So I gotta exit. So that's cool. Yeah, done for now. This game sounds like it is a pain. So pardon me while I have it to prioritize speed.
Congrats on getting done, gamers.
I'm proud of you. Hope you've been having a good day. Yeah, that's great. I'm so proud of you, KFC. Yeah, okay, I don't need to see this. Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. So, I'm not gonna be able to see the chat for a little bit. So, I apologize. And the game might not even show up that well. So, please pardon me for just a moment while I get through this. I really wish this was slightly better designed. I mean, there's no moving parts. Other than the text. I might have set myself back farther by clicking on the load screen thing. But we'll see. Oh, actually, this is a little bit further. Great. Cool. Love it. Fantastic. Cool. Love it. Everything's great. Reveal it. I see the door now. Kind of. Maybe. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. The best part is there's no clear indication as to when chapters end. The door opened. You open the door to Colonel Santa's closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is too big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent. They say its home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You've got to take it off. You decide now is the moment to make a big move. You tell him what you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anyone get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, tear your dreams? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. You wake to a beautiful morning. Okay, well that just happened. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about a new secret ingredient you just learned about. Long rectangle. In some jurisdictions, long rectangle isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously shaped plated breakfast, and your mouth waters inside of it. Here's the simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift at cookery? Take him down a peg. It's good, but Mom made better. Colonel Sanders' expression grows serious. Did your little jab land too hard? Colonel, I know what you're going to say. I need to do better if I'm going to leave my mark on this world. A single tear begins to pull in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotions and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising for you. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, But now it turns out I finally get up to speed in the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with the clinic, he's asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But it was just interesting spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I could get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Following up the details of her own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? I'm a hussy. Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. First button. As long as you get past the house screen, it'll all be fine. Long rectangle. Kind of would adore a biscuit right now. Just like that shade of crimson. We chin, Colonel. Got him. Alright, I'm gonna try to resize the game again. Settings. Continue. Alright, I can see the chat again. Sorry for that delay. Don't break it, but I want to. I feel like I'm almost done, and that's exciting to me. Another high quality game for me. Oh, good. I want to see E speedrun this. Okay. Sorry about that. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. He makes a good point. There's like a horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Terry. Your dream suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you trust my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Don't break the game like Colonel's weak chin. I'm hungry now. Think a little Popeyes. I like Popeyes more than I like KFC. Shh. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are going to boil over. Close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something could be going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Tell your dreams. How's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail running so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. I honestly don't remember the last time I had KFC. Why? What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Terrier Dreams. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Shut up, Colonel. No, you're not. Maybe you can tell me more of your thoughts when we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in listening to find out how to find foods. See you inside, Terrier Dreams. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see A. Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with A. Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news. And it's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire, like a book spell? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane riot warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. That says around the edge of the page. I'm glad that it says so in English, the favorite language of the arcane. I can use a spell here that says it'll erase anyone I choose from all memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, like rude and dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. Sure it is. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up as he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework, give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the windows. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched in the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns pale and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to a professional tone. I apologize for that outburst. It actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Tarot Your Dreams, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable piece of wisdom. You see, before we can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Bzz, bzz. You think I want to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great day. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands and you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Plane begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gas in his panel, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzz. No amount of season is gonna make me want to eat that Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank surely rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Then, like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracting from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Did that say deep friend, or did I miss C? I don't know, maybe. Hey, Miriam. Are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Your tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that the breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. It wouldn't surprise me if Deep Friend was what it wrote. Or what it had. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feelings all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever we want to bring along. I mean, those dudes in the picture were definitely not doing what the text said, so it wouldn't surprise me either. Also, it completely ignored the fact that I did not tell Colonel Sanders' secret when I went through it the first time of 3 times. So, you know. Complaints. If it's not Papa Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first person to show a little interest anyhow. I mean, that's all I'd take. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from your cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet Professor Dog is going to love it up. Oh, you're pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. Complaints. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. Well, I don't have any of those. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his evil or counterpart, A. Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Terrio Dream's famous chicken bye-bye. After practicing, Vermont's making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders and his never-ending cherry blossoms. Terry Dreams, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. No one cares about your stupid spices. I'm gonna tell you a secret now. Oh, okay. Should have read that first message first, but read it out of order. That's my talent. The pot pie had begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. But 11. What about Stranger Things? You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who was hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it, like there's no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. Did you hear that? Hear what? I distinctly heard a bell chime. I think Colonel Sanders is just trying to steal my recipes. That thieving Kentuckian jerkwad. Someone must be training Sprinkle to do a trick. I bet his mouth is watering. Strange, I was gonna say my mouth was watering. That's sick and disturbing, and I don't want any of your sexy talk, Colonel, okay? I'm over it. Alas, I'll have to look somewhere else for something tasty to put in it. Ugh. Smoke begins billowing out of the oven, filling the arena around you. Yep, I guess you... well, I'll leave you to it then. Happy visualizing. A disappointed Colonel Sandals leaves the arena. Good. When the coast is clear, you finally open the oven to find your practice pie has been reduced to ash. Smells like lunch! Beat it, Pop. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. It's time for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Colonel Sad Mess. Got him! Meanwhile, both Van and A. Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe. Fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts to go at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
Egg washi.
Miriam fiercely injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, bester, bluster! Van flashes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Let's rock and roid! A. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shout out personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. $5 pressure point chicken cooking technique! Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. I'd slipped and sneer when he was disappointed. Starts at a full 10 out of 10. Definitely saw that one. Bet if I were reading harder, there would be more. Starts at full 10 out of 10. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-debt. Batman quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare a dish, you notice A actually has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? I saw that it was another typo. Now that you mentioned it, I'm just trying to read it coherently as I can, and sometimes it's really hard to read the text. So I apologize if I've misread it. You got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? Don't do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen one on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I don't need your approval, Mr. Sanders. I believe in you, Taro, your dreams. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Taro, your dreams since we were little kids because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam's at your station cheering for you. Man, what about your dish? If you're cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied, and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did you get Ivan from? The boiling pot explodes. Why am I making noodles? I thought I was... Oh, I guess I was making mac and cheese. Never mind. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I... Of course, Steve, the spork monster. Of course he is Steve. Why wouldn't he be named Steve? It is I, Steve the spork monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spoke monsters many. I think Borko had a day off, but you have conjured Steve.
and I hate the battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids in your culinary school's really impressed me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices you got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. Let's see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably only there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of that time in monster school when I'd fallen asleep during scare tactic class, and then I woke up.
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you'd ever win. That one, I guess. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Continuity errors. Steve, no! Well, I said I was making mac and cheese and chicken pot pie. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows to your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for it.
Yes, tear your dreams. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me.
The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You run to my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear terror, all your dreams. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. But all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps into your station and stands right beside you.
I'm here to help.
I don't want your help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and the time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Follow the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
Yeah, that makes sense. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass your individual efforts.
Are you suggesting
if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students.
When time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must not prepare
to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you can hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there.
Ma'am, would you mind?
Inside the clouds, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? Oh, let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
Colonel Sanders. I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
You would hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word is so delicate. It's a teeny tiny Narutomaki. I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl.
Yes, Chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. Some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not the only dog who... I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy this all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thumble's worth of soup. It was a small soup.
A+, rarely do I taste a dish with so much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, your dreams, for helping me believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with... Oh gosh. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different color type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine.
So I want to take it slow. An extra day is slow. I had an awful taste in my mouth. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back at his tongue, is poked and prodded.
Ouch! My tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to his sting.
I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. Didn't last you heard of me.
I sure hope it is. Before forcing to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student. Hey, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rose water syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Get toast in your ears or something, tear your dreams. I told you, it's a display piece.
Hey Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. Better not have chocolate. I know, I'm thinking the same thing. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral.
But the food cannot be eaten and cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley stormed off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. I've known some people that have that problem. I am Ashley. It's so pretty. Let's just look at it forever. She has a point.
That doesn't last you ahead of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together.
2 chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese
has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced.
It's unlisted in fact that everyone passes his class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and A. Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get a groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Oh, oh, oh. You know that Sprinkles is a master chef, but a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and A. Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together. It's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed up. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Potty Monster. Sue tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up talking. To Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, the student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know, she's gonna do great. Red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Dang, Dog got many skills. At least 2. Looks like Team Rocket is blasting off again. No one. Legitimately no one. Hammerman. Bravo 6 going dark. It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see, perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And now we got a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted with the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Oh, it's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. Please fly away back home and die on the way there, Clank. What? What? I just feel I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the way of your kind, I must return. He never really proved to be a cook in any sort of fashion. But he did prove to be a teacher, and a DJ, and a dog. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Mary's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank whispers through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Howdy, classmates. This is like the first day I met him. He has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end. Wow, well, I can only hope so. No, it's not the end. Dang it! As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Terry James, what are you doing sitting all alone? Okay, he looks good in a tee. He makes it work. Hey Ellis, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. And yes, I am doing it. Need a sequel where Teacher Dog shares his skills, but then again, health code violations and such. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you for shouting out, Ellis. She is a wonderful variety streamer. She was doing, what was it, Before the Storm? Is that the name of the offshoot of Life is Strange? Jokes on the game. Hammer doesn't dance. I've seen MC Hammer dance, so there's that. Totally related. I'm ready for some freaking sleep. I'm done closing 2 nights in. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to close 2 nights in a row. No matter what Ellis is streaming, it's a wonderful time to be there, and you should definitely check her out if you don't already. She's wonderful. Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. Real smooth, me. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Oh, but you got the same name. Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100 franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend together with you, Terry your dreams. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Would you be able to endure sharing with him his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? Not every Hammer related. I was gonna play some more, but I wanted Stream to be there. But oh, I think you might. Of course. If this doesn't get an SFW, I'm gonna be sad. I think you might get sad. I don't think KSC is gonna do something like that. I wanna frick my chicken senpai. I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh, my dear Terry Dreams, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. This is KFC we're talking about here. Well, I beat it, I guess. Well. They're attached with Taco Bell. Cool. Well, that was quite the ending. I mean, by that, I mean it was an ending, I guess. Yeah, I did. I beat it. Yep. Yeah, you did come in for the ending. Well, that was something. That was an experience. Super, super spooky, super scary. A good start to, You suck, but I'll stand by you condescendingly anyway. I mean, that's pretty much all I can hope for in a partner. I'm going to like your spices. We also don't care about you. Hammer was lurking. I gathered that. Maybe that's a bad ending. This game has... If this game has multiple... I don't think it does have multiple endings. But maybe it does. But I beat it. Maybe it does have multiple endings, but... Considering there aren't any Steam achievements, and I don't think there are multiple endings, I think you should play it again. Well, okay, I'll just start it right from now. Right from this moment. See, the best part is... I chose certain things, and even though I chose those things, the game pretended I did not choose those things. So it just kind of played into how the game wanted to play out, even with the choices that I made. Ellie wants steamed chicken. It's like Cameron wasn't here for most of it. You gotta do what you gotta do. I don't really pay attention to who's lurking in the chat and who's not. I loved when the game got stuck because of poor interface design. I mean, who doesn't? Well, that'll be a wrap for me. Another game beaten on stream. And what a game. It was, in fact, a game. I hope everybody had a fun time. Maybe got some laughs, enjoyed themselves. Yep, you sure were, Hammer. You sure were. Hopefully people got some laughs and enjoyed the game overall. Sorry for a bit of a snafu there because of the poor interface. But we got through it and we beat the game, so we don't have to return this ever again. Yeah. That'll be it for this game. 3 out of 10 KFC game, 11 out of 10 streamer. I make up for the KFC game with being the streamer? Yeah, I'm the streamer. So yeah. Next week, that Nancy Drew TV show premieres. I already read a very scathing review of it, so that's positive. And here's my theory before I go. My theory is that Her Interactive opted to delay Nancy Drew pre-orders for the show to premiere so more people would be interested in the game and pre-order it shortly after the show premieres. Even though the game won't be anything like the CW show, hopefully. That's my working theory at the moment. So I think they delayed Mid's pre-orders in order to make it so that people would, who normally wouldn't buy Nancy Drew games, would buy Nancy Drew games. At least one. Wow, the CW did a bad show? I don't think that's possible. Remember, Doc, get to the chopper. I will keep that in mind. Good thing there are heliports nearby. So it shouldn't be too far. And yeah, that's it for me tonight. I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks so much for coming out. I hope you all have a great night or day. And, well, all the best to you. I'm not going to rate anybody. I'm not going to even do my bye command because I know some people fell asleep. So I hope everybody has a good night. And I will see you again real soon, hopefully. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.